I'm Alex Perez.
I'm Mike Morales.
And you are watching Sipping Off the Cuff on TequilaAficionado.com. And we continue our series with El Arco. We're going to be trying
the Anejo. We did not get a Reposado for some reason, but that's okay. We tried the Blanco in our previous episode. You may or may not have seen it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a tequila from Amatitan, and it is also out of the Tres Mujeres distillery. If you're familiar with Tres Mujeres, they're a very famous distillery. They put out a lot of reputable brands. NOM 1466. Yeah, Tres Mujeres, they actually have a flagship tequila named after the distillery.
You've probably seen this if you've gone to Mexico.
Well, there you go. That's a Tres Mujeres bottle. That's the leather bottle. Ooh. You didn't know that he had
leather bottle.
You didn't know that he had some prized treasure bottles.
Back here.
He's got treasure bottles. That's right. So this distillery did suffer a fire about 5 years ago, and they have since rebuilt and have put out continue to put out some wonderful tequilas. And tonight we've got El Arco. This is the Anejo. According to their POS material, the Anejo goes through the same process as the Blanco. It is rested in white oak barrels for a period of 22 to 24 months.
And the Blanco was a strong Blanco.
Yes, it's an aggressive Blanco. The Blanco, it says here, was double oxygenated. Okay. Which means? It's
been infused with oxygen.
With oxygen to soften it a little bit, to take the rough edges off. And I got to tell you, even with double oxygenation, it's pretty aggressive. I'm not going to say that it's abusively aggressive. It's not where it takes you by the collar and goes, listen. It's a beautiful tequila because it tells you where it's from. That I'm a tequila from Amatitan, and pay attention. And even off camera, we talked about how the Blanco would be a great mixer. It maybe for some people it might be too strong as a sipper, but it will shine through your cocktails. So definitely a trier in a cocktail.
Yes.
So I'm kind of anxious to see what this Anejo looks like and tastes like. It's got a deep
gold.
Deep gold.
Deep gold color. It's got some legs.
It's got some legs. It's a slow mover, so that's not necessarily a sign of quality, but definitely very attractive to the eye. Beautiful color. Beautiful color.
Now the nose.
Oh.
It's got a big nose.
Yeah, baby.
It's got a big nose, a lot of caramel.
Some alcohol at the bottom, not a lot.
Yeah. Some dried fruit and raisins. Real typical of a good añejo. Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
It's one of those you can just pass under your nose like that. You don't necessarily have to dig in like we are, but we have a tendency to do that. But it's not necessary. If you were just a novice, just sipping this for fun, you could just pass it over your nose and you get a really nice greeting on that bouquet.
Yeah, great bouquet on this tequila.
The Blanco was too. Let's give this a try.
Wow. Beautiful añejo. It's a little hot on the entry.
It's some peppery. It's pepper.
Yeah, it's got a lot of pepper in there.
I mean, it starts with a very aggressive Blanco. And when I say very aggressive, I'm not going to say that it's offensive. It's not. But it doesn't lie to you. It's not going to sugarcoat it. This is a tequila from Amatitan. And even, like I say, even with double oxygenation, it's still got that oomph. And as an añejo, it doesn't go away, does it?
No. It's got a strong, lingering finish to it.
Mm-hmm. It's got that warm fuzzy that goes all the way down. It's got a long finish. You remember this tequila when you're done. By the way, for those of you who partake of a cigar occasionally, I think this would be a really, really good after-dinner cigar kind of tequila. There's some nuttiness in there. There's some spiciness. I smell nutmeg.
There's some nuttiness where?
In here. Nuttiness. Besides this room,
yeah, I get a lot of dried fruit.
I get some nutmeg on this too.
Nutmeg.
Yeah. I think it's a little too aggressive for dessert tequila, but I think it would be great
It's really aggressive for an añejo.
Yeah, period. Not a bad thing. Now, here's what I'll tell you.
Just a style.
Yeah, it's just a different style. What I will tell you is if you like aggressive tequilas, and you're the type to actually use an añejo in a cocktail, this is your tequila right here. This tequila,
or even on the rocks.
Okay.
This would be something in a glass like this.
In a rocks glass. On the rocks. With a nice, with a lot of places have ice programs now. Tequila Aficionado has been looking at newfangled contraptions like the aerator. Well, we're also looking at ice machines that take clear ice and make them into balls.
A sphere.
Sphere. This would be a great one on the rocks in a sphere, because it's not gonna. I think the water, the aspect of the slow melting ice, is not going to change the flavor profile that much. Yeah, this is an aggressive tequila,
and I think actually bringing the temperature down will smooth it out just a tad.
If that is how you like your añejos, if you're a Scotch drinker, maybe, right? You're used to some good scotches, maybe some strong rums. This might be a good way to have this añejo would be on the rocks. Or with a cigar. I think it'd be a great cigar pairing tequila.
I got this some hint of something on the end.
Well, it's like I said, I think it's...
to make it out.
I think the spice that I got was the nutmeg. I got a nutmeg. But...
Very good.
I think we recommend it. I think it's a solid performer. Both maybe someday at a future tequilaaficionado.com sipping off the cuff presentation, we'll get a reposado and see what that's like. But with the blanco and the añejo, it's very consistent and very mixable. If you're not used to an aggressive tequila, this might work better for you as a cocktail or on the rocks. And check it out. You find them online, and you can also find them on Facebook, and I believe they also have a Twitter account. So check them out. I like it. Nice traditional tequila from Mama Titan. It does not fool around. But neither do we. I'm Mike Morales.
I'm Alex Perez, and you're watching Sipping Off the Cuff on TequilaAficionado.com. We've been reviewing El Arco. And as always, sip wisely.